Hey, welcome to another episode of Mark Menendez Bass TV, and here we are on Kentucky Lake, and it's high. It's about 3 feet above pool. Fish are just starting to move in to get ready to spawn, so I'm really excited about some hand-to-hand combat, bushes, laydowns, trash, big flipping sticks, so I'm excited about it. Let's get after them. We'll see what we catch.
It's early April on Kentucky Lake. Even though many anglers have struggled the last few years, this old girl is not dead by any means, and Mark is out to prove it. The water and air temperatures are both on the rise, a perfect combination for bass to start moving towards staging pockets for the spawn. Mark has found a small pocket and he's ready to pick it apart.
Game plan for the day. Some soft plastic, either in a bush or along the old bank line. The waters come up quick, the fish move up, and they have a tendency to move to that old bank line. So I'm gonna target that with a blue Craw game hog, and then I'm gonna get my old trusty Bama bug game hog out, and we're gonna see what we can do with these two. These two baits, man, they put a lot of fish in the boat for me. It's a small but yet bulky enough bait that I catch a lot of good fish with it, and I get a lot of bites with it. So we're going to do that. We're going to try to primarily fish with the game hog, see what happens, how it gets started, and then we may have to pick up a jig or whatever. We're just going to go fish. Kind of like a tournament day. I haven't been up here in a while, so I'm very anxious to get started and see what happens. That one thumped it. Look at here, little Kentucky Lake special. Kentucky Lake. Boy, I mean, he not. Look how white that fish is. This fish has not gotten up here to spawn yet. That is a pre-spawn fish. I mean, he like to jerk the rod out of my hand. Not a giant, but certainly a healthy Kentucky Lake fish, showing that our lake's not dead. There you go, big boy. Giddy up. Got you a little game hog this morning, didn't you? Huh. I mean, he literally tried to pull me out of the boat. Bama bug. At least I'm keeping it in the SEC with the Bama bug. It's not an old volunteer Tennessee color or something like that. At least it's Alabama bug. Boy, I mean, he didn't even play with it. He's like, whoo. Not that spawning bite kind of bite, but just that's mine. This little old game hog has served me well for several years. I have caught big fish with it. I've had several top 10 finishes with it here on Kentucky Lake in 18 in the Bassmaster event. I had a top 10 fishing a black neon one in the bushes. It's a real good pre-spawn. It's a real good when they get on the bed, and it's a fantastic post-spawn bait. Got that little insignificant action is what I call it. It's not like a rage crawl where it's really moving water. It just kind of slithers, and boy, they bite the fire out of this thing everywhere I go. Looky there, looky here. It's a good feeling fish right here. Oh, I got him hooked funny. Oh, now look here. Look here what happened. This fish was hooked outside the mouth. This is a bedding fish. This fish was moving that out of his bed. He let go of it about the time I hooked him. And I hooked him on the outside of the mouth. Now that would have been a legal fish in a tournament because I did not see him. But look how thick that little fish is. That is a healthy Kentucky Lake bass. And guess what? A couple years, he'll be 4-pounder. Good deal. Fatty. Ooh. Old game hog. Man, it'll flat catch them.
Introducing the all-new Tour Series. The only true cable steered trolling motor with GPS anchor. With the impact breakaway and rugged metal outer column you need, the Zero Flex metal foot pedal you want, and traditional cables that provide smooth, responsive steering. All built with the industry's most powerful lift assist system, truly universal high-definition integrated sonar imaging, and the industry's most accurate pinpoint GPS anchor. Now that's tournament grade. That's Motor Guide Tour.
Hi, I'm Mark Zona. What? I'm Mark Zona. Well, I need a performance braid for finesse presentations. And I need a performance braid for power fishing. Seagar Smackdown High-Vis Flash Green lets me see line movement for those subtle bites. Smackdown Low-Vis Stealth Gray blends in to make my presentations more natural. Both are 8 strands in a perfectly round weave. And for me, it's the longest casting and quietest braid on the planet. Smackdown Braid from Seagar, always the best.
Kevin, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just filling in for Billy.
I need 660 shad crankbaits in the Series 5 model.
We're out.
You're not out. You got all kinds of them right there.
We're out.
Kevin, I need 6.
Have a lollipop.
I do not want a lollipop.
Have a lollipop.
Do you have it the sexy shad color?
Not all fishermen are created equal. But then again, not all fishing rods and reels are created equal. It's about getting your bait in just the right spot and then reaping the rewards. It's about confidence in your equipment, knowing that it won't let you down in that moment of truth. It's about a feel. It's about a difference. It's about lose rods and reels. Feel the difference.
Fish and win with Skeeter Real Money. Fish out of your Skeeter boat, win a Skeeter approved contingency paying event, and you could add $5,000 to your winnings. Just enter, fish, and win. It's that easy. Rules and conditions apply. Visit SkeeterBoats.com and click the Real Money logo to register and learn more, or visit your local Skeeter dealer. Fish, win, get paid. Up to $5,000. Go to SkeeterBoats.com and see why now is the best time to enter, fish, and win with Skeeter Real Money.
Almost instantly, Mark has put bass in the boat using a light Texas rig and a Strike King game hog. He's not caught any big bass by any means, but he's really excited about what he's seeing for the future. Healthy bass just under keeper size seem to be plentiful and very encouraging. Mark will continue running this pattern through other pockets on Kentucky Lake.
Another nice little fish. Pretty little old fish, good shape. Now we have one heck of it. Now that's a male. Look at his lip. See the shape of his jawbone, how V-shaped that is? That's a male. He's peeing a little bit. That's daddy bass right there. Now that was a spawning bite right there. I just looked up and my goods were headed into the pocket. Game hog got you, didn't it, buddy? One of the things that I always like to do when I get in this situation where I have high water and water gets in the back of the creeks and it gets up in the trees, I want to get to places that I can get to the bank, which means a little more vertical banks. I can get to the bank. I can't get to those fish that go through the jungle when it gets way back in the trees. So these pockets and things like this that I can get to the old bank and fish that old bank line, I may be fishing for less fish, but those are fish that are catchable. The ones that are back there in the jungle, it's a lot of work and you can't get to a lot of those fish. These little pockets are so vertical that I can get to that old bank line quick. Just on a couple pulls of the rod, I'm on that old bank line. And that's what these fish like to do. They like to get up in this flooded cover when the water's stable or the water is rising. Well, the water has turned and it started down, and they back out to that old bank line and they peruse that old bank line because they know that's where the water's going to stop, most likely. But they get up here in the cover if they can. But once it turns around and starts coming down, they back up just a hint. Now, she could be laying next to one of these docks on a dock pole in 4 or 5 feet of water. She could be on some gravel out on a point or a piece of cover out on a point. So that's what our next part of the job is going to have to be, is to figure out how far along they are. Yes, there he is. Did he get it? Did he get it? Yeah, he's got it. The same old, but that's another one right there. Now look at that little fat devil. That little old fat devil right there. Trying to steal my game hog. They are in good shape. All these little fish are nice. Look at him peeing. See him peeing right there? Tells you that's a male ready to spawn. Get back in there. Catch your sister in there is what I'm gonna do. Pretty simple rig here. You can see it's a Texas rig. I've got my bobber stock. I've got my 5/16 ounce tour grade sinker, 5/0 straight shake gamakatsu in this game hog. I want to keep everything compact because I'm going down through here. There's some riprap, there's some rock, there's a lay down, there's a boat dock. Then I get back in here and there may be a piece of brush, a buck brush or whatever, and I want everything to stay compact. I don't want the slip sinker to get apart from the bait. When you're fishing around fish that are thinking about bedding or bedding, many times they'll reach up there and grab that slip sinker if it's apart from the worm and move it off that way. This way he can't do that. You've got him. He's got a hold of it and you've got him. This guy tried to get away with my darn cricket that time too. Huh. Boy, I mean, these little buck bass are up here. So Mama is definitely out here behind us. Definitely out here behind us. That's too many of these small bass up here shallow in the back ends of these pockets. We're going to shift gears and back out here a little deeper and see if we can't find Mama.
Fish and win with Skeeter Real Money. Fish out of your Skeeter boat, win a Skeeter approved contingency paying event, and you could add $5,000 to your winnings. Just enter, fish, and win. It's that easy. Rules and conditions apply. Visit SkeeterBoats.com and click the Real Money logo to register and learn more, or visit your local Skeeter dealer. Fish, win, get paid. Up to $5,000. Go to SkeeterBoats.com and see why now is the best time to enter, fish, and win with Skeeter Real Money.
Hi, I'm Mark Zona. What? I'm Mark Zona. Well, I need a performance braid for finesse presentations. And I need a performance braid for power fishing. Seaguar Smackdown High-Vis Flash Green lets me see line movement for those subtle bites. Smackdown Low-Vis Stealth Gray blends in to make my presentations more natural. Both are 8 strands in a perfectly round weave. And for me, it's the longest casting and quietest braid on the planet. Smackdown Braid from Seaguar, always the best.
Introducing the all-new Tour Series, the only true cable steer trolling motor with GPS anchor. With the impact breakaway and rugged metal outer column you need, the Zero Flex metal foot pedal you want, and traditional cables that provide smooth, responsive steering. All built with the industry's most powerful lift assist system, truly universal high-definition integrated sonar imaging, and the industry's most accurate pinpoint GPS anchor. Now that's tournament grade. That's Motor Guide Tour.
Not all fishermen are created equal. But then again, not all fishing rods and reels are created equal. It's about getting your bait in just the right spot and then reaping the rewards. It's about confidence in your equipment, knowing that it won't let you down in that moment of truth. It's about a feel. It's about a difference. It's about Lou's rods and reels. Feel the difference.
Kevin, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just filling in for Billy.
I need a 660 shad crankbaits in the Series 5 model.
We're out.
You're not out. You got all kinds of them right there.
We're out.
Kevin, I need 6.
Have a lollipop.
I do not want a lollipop.
Have a lollipop.
Do you have it in sexy shad color?
The sun is up and the water temperature's rising, and the bite is slowed down just a bit. It's not over, but Mark will have to make some adjustments. Should he back off and throw a Carolina rig in slightly deeper water, or start looking for shade lines near shallow cover?
Oh, get it now. There he is. Oh. A little bit better bass there. How white that fish is. Just got up there. Come on. That's a healthy darn little old fish. That one right there. Now see how pink he's starting to get? That's a fish that's on the bed there. Got a split on that tail, caudal fin. Red up in here. That fish has been rubbing. That's a bed fish right there. Chunk. Chunky monkey right there. Chunky monkey. On the old bank line out there, about 1.5 feet off the old bank line in some gravel. I mean, when he popped it, he said, boom, that one's mine. I had to drag it right through his bed. You know, this is one of my favorite rods and reel combos, and I try to keep my combos pretty simple on all the actions. I don't carry but about 6 or 7 different actions of rods, excluding cranking. But my graphite rods, this is a custom speed stick. It's a Magnum heavy cover. I can fish a jig, I fish a frog on this, I fish a Texas rig, and I've got the custom light reel on here. This reel only weighs 4.9 ounces, and it's a relatively small reel. I have small hands, so it fits me real well. I've got 20-pound Seaguar Invasive on here, and I'd like to know how many fish I've caught. I could sink this boat with all the bass that I've caught with this combo. And on the business end of it, it's a 4.5-inch game hog in Bama bug, a 5/0 straight shake Gamakatsu worm hook, a 5/16 tour grade tungsten with a bobber stop on it. And that 5/16 gives me 2 things. It gives me a relatively quick fall in that 2 to 4 foot of water. And then when I get out here in 4 to 8 to 9 to 10, it's still heavy enough that I can maintain good bottom contact with it. That's the biggest thing when you're fishing cover, is how it translates on that rate of fall. That's the biggest thing I need to make that fish strike, is how fast or how slow I need that to fall. That 5/16 with this 4-inch bait's a great way to go. I saw a mouth come up, yeah. Okay, there's the dreaded curse. There's a pot of Asian carp right there. They up there eating shallow. So we've still got them. That's evidence right there. I couldn't tell what that was up there feeding. We're still working on it. We've had great success on getting a lot of these fish out of the system, with commercial fishermen working hard, and we're still fighting this problem. So please believe me that I'm working hard locally alongside with Judge Wade White in Lyon County. And I'm also working with Yamaha. And you see it on my boat, you'll see it on my truck, you'll see the emblem Right Waters. And Right Waters is Yamaha's conservancy group for angler rights, getting us fighting for waters that get closed. The snapper issue out in the Gulf of Mexico became a big issue that Yamaha and Right Waters got involved with, and Yamaha has been behind and helped me push this issue on Asian carp here regionally, locally, and at the federal level. So that's what you see on my tournament shirt, on my boat, on my truck, is Yamaha Right Waters. I urge you go to yamaha.com, click on the Right Waters button to learn more about what Yamaha is doing for anglers. We're about, look at here. That's a funny one. That's a largemouth with a different mother right there, guys. Watch here. Look here. Oh, smallmouth. How about that? How about that? That's what stripped my goods right there. Quit. A little smallmouth. Snuck up in here on that. Bet you $1 that's the one that bit me just a second ago. And we've had a good resurgence of this bass too. The Asians don't bother this fish as much because they're not cover oriented. They get around cover, they don't get in brush piles and things like that. So the smallmouth, they'll just swim off and get away from them. And they're more of a pelagic fish, being that it lives more in open water than anywhere else. But he's a good one to see. I can't catch my hand on the reel. That was funny. That was funny. I couldn't. I'm reeling and I'm spinning out in the air. I do some of the dumbest stuff, guys. I promise you I do. It's a zoo every time I fish. Wow. And that's how an elite angler gets it done sometimes. That was great. That was great.
Kevin, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just filling in for Billy.
I need a 660 shad crankbaits in the Series 5 model.
We're out.
You're not out. You got all kinds of them right there.
We're out.
Kevin, I need 6.
Have a lollipop.
I do not want a lollipop.
Have a lollipop.
Do you have it in sexy shad color?
Fish and win with Skeeter Real Money. Fish out of your Skeeter boat, win a Skeeter approved contingency paying event, and you could add $5,000 to your winnings. Just enter, fish, and win. It's that easy. Rules and conditions apply. Visit SkeeterBoats.com and click the Real Money logo to register and learn more, or visit your local Skeeter dealer. Fish, win, get paid. Up to $5,000. Go to SkeeterBoats.com and see why now is the best time to enter, fish, and win with Skeeter Real Money.
Introducing the all-new Tour Series, the only true cable steer trolling motor with GPS anchor. With the impact breakaway and rugged metal outer column you need, the Zero Flex metal foot pedal you want, and traditional cables that provide smooth, responsive steering. All built with the industry's most powerful lift assist system, truly universal high-definition integrated sonar imaging, and the industry's most accurate pinpoint GPS anchor. Now that's tournament grade. That's Motor Guide Tour.
Not all fishermen are created equal. But then again, not all fishing rods and reels are created equal. It's about getting your bait in just the right spot, and then reaping the rewards. It's about confidence in your equipment, knowing that it won't let you down in that moment of truth. It's about a feel. It's about a difference. It's about Lou's rods and reels. Feel the difference.
Hi, I'm Mark Zona. What? I'm Mark Zona. Well, I need a performance braid for finesse presentations. And I need a performance braid for power fishing. Seaguar Smackdown High-Vis Flash Green lets me see line movement for those subtle bites. Smackdown Low-Vis Stealth Gray blends in to make my presentations more natural. Both are 8 strands in a perfectly round weave. And for me, it's the longest casting and quietest braid on the planet. Smackdown Braid from Seaguar, always the best.
Kentucky Lake isn't dead. In fact, it looked very healthy today. Multiple bass have been caught and fishing has been rather simple. Mark is going to make one last adjustment and head into another creek. This time, pinpointing boat docks that have shallow cover next to them. A prime place for a big bass that's trying to spawn, away from the sun and away from the wind.
You know, when this water falls another 6 or 8 inches, as clean as some of this is, you'll be able to come through here and you'll see little bright spots on the bottom, little white spots. Anytime you see a little white spot, put that worm on it, let it sit, and I promise you it'll swim off in the next little bit. That's always a good thing to do in springtime like this. Those spawning fish are up there, and you know, the water ends up falling a little bit, and they get a lot more territorial about their little area that they've got cleaned out. I've weighed in a lot of fish like that over the years. Last year at Lake Fork, that was my whole pattern. Water was clean, I could see those little white spots, and I took a black with blue flake game hog and went down the bank and ended up catching a good amount of fish, good enough for a top 20 finish. Little guy, I believe, yep. Got another one of those year class. We have got a bunch of these. Let me tell you what, I mean, we've got them. So those of you that want to come to Kentucky Lake and catch some fish, we have certainly got them for you now. And they'll be getting bigger. I promise you they will. There you go. Same year class. Good little old fish. And they'll get bigger, I promise you. That one tried to sneak away with it. That wasn't much of a bite. He just kind of eased up and got it. Get another, there's one right there, knocked the fire out of it. That's a better fish right there. That's a good one right there. Look at there. There you go. That's a good one right there. There's a 5+ pounder. Uh-huh. Get up here. That one knocked fire from it. That's a good fish right there. Get back over here. Got her hooked to the side of the mouth. She's shaking that old head. Look at her. Oh. She's caught. She's not going anywhere. She's pulling hard. There you go. Come here. Get up here. Come here to me, sweetheart. I got you now. Got her. There is what Kentucky Lake, still here, just barely hooked. Got her right in the corner of the mouth. There you go. Oh, Kentucky Lake special right there. We've still got them. They still live here. You got to work a little harder to get you some of those. But the way the fish population is now, they are coming back, that's for sure. That's a good one. All right. Go, girl. Oh, good. Oh, there he is, Kevin. There's a good fish. Way out there on the end of that dock. We'll get ready to go around it. He grabbed it on the way down. There's a keeper bass, Kentucky Lake keeper. And we've been through a bunch of them. We got us a little keeper. A little pre-spump. Well, I mean, she's got it too. Got her. Nice little old fish. 15-incher. That's a keeper in anybody's book. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. As you've seen today, Kentucky Lake, there's no way it's dead. It's coming back. A couple years, that fish is going to be a 4.5, 5-pound fish. So we're seeing a lot of growth and a lot of good fish coming back into our lakes. We're going to keep up all the efforts on behalf of every licensed fisherman, every kid that loves to fish on getting these carp out of our lakes. I promise you that. But we'll see you next time on Mark Menendez Bass TV.
Mark Menendez Bass TV is brought to you by Skeeter Boats, Seaguar, Blues, feel the difference, Strike King Lure Company, Motor Guide, never stop. Closed captioning provided by Die Safe.